So, since ACC was slightly illiquid counter and not much activity was there in that particular stock, maybe because of the fact that it belongs to the cement sector, I did similar working with the stock called Maruti. Now, offline, I have updated all the data which is relevant for Maruti in exactly the same fashion as I was doing for ACC, and I was quite happy to see that the open interest setup in Maruti has given much predictable results than it was in the case of ACC. The reason being that Maruti is widely held stock, and there is significant open interest in that stock because there are various players in the market who are building up the positions. And at the same time, Maruti is one of the most front-lining stock in Indian market. So the probability of the exercise of predicting the price movement works best if there is proper price discovery mechanism, if the data is in sync to all the market conditions. So Maruti one stock which I realized that it's perfectly in sync to market conditions, and whenever there is significant build up in open interest and delivery, there is clear prediction which you can make with a clearly defined resistance and support, and we see a sustainable trend in that stock after the periods when the open interest is building up, as well as or the delivery statistics shows that there is significant delivery in and out of Maruti over that time frame. So I would suggest this Excel will be available as a downloadable material to the team. I would suggest you download this, study the Maruti behavior as I have done here. At the same time, I suggest you create your own stock as well and see the logic how it is working and whether you have been able to clearly comprehend the way that stock has been performing. Let me throw a caveat here that this exercise should not be restricted to only derivatives. So you essentially cannot predict the market with only derivative analytics. Somewhere you have to lead the stock prediction through technicals, and when I'm talking from a trading perspective, and that prediction can be substantiated with a proper derivative trend which can be seen in this particular Excel. Okay, so let's go back to our PPT. Now that we are through with the working sheet part, and I'm presuming that you will be practicing on your own as well, let's go through some important points for our understanding. A, if price is rising and open interest is increasing at a faster rate than the seasonal average. Now mark my term seasonal average. Each stock has a characteristic. Some stocks, for example in this Excel, Maruti with 3% open interest here and there is an important number, but with ACC 5% open interest here and there is an important number. So each stock has a characteristic, and based on the characteristic of that stock, you need to define the filter parameter for open interest, right? A breakout from the trading range will be much stronger if open interest rises during the consolidation. Greater the rise of open interest during the consolidation, the greater is the potential for the subsequent move in the market, right? While looking at the open interest, as I have done in the Excel as well, it is important that an investor looks at the total open interest for all months and not the open interest for the individual months. The reason is very simple. This is because of the rollover effect. The current month will always see a reduction in open interest towards the expiry, and the moment you add all month open interest as part of the working, you will see the effect of rollover will get nullified in the consolidated open interest number. The total open interest gives a better idea about the liquidity of the futures contract, which is crucial for getting in and out of the market at the best possible price. There are certain more observations which is more of experiential sharing from our side. If the open interest number flatten following a rising trend in both price and open interest, take this as a warning sign of an emphatic top. Higher open interest as market top is a bearish signal. If the price drop is sudden, since this will weak many weak longs to liquidate, occasionally such conditions set off a self-ending downward spiral. So on the top of the market, when the open interest is extremely high, any reduction in open interest with a price fall will lead to weaker player get out of the system, and it may create a snowball effect, and market may fall because of the reduction in open interest pressure rather than a fundamental pressure of market going down. An unusual high or record open interest in a bull market is a danger signal. When a rising trend of open interest begins to reverse, expect a bear market to go underway. Keeping track of FII, or which is now FPI in Indian markets, in derivative market will help you to understand the hedging activity in market. And that number is shown in the exchange website as cumulative FII position as a percentage of market position, which is right now 27% as on 22nd of July. But if this number goes up to around 37-38%, that signifies that players are quite conscious in terms of market going up, and they are increasing their hedging bet in the market. So that's why they are not comfortable with market going up further. But again, I'm throwing a caveat. These data point has to be considered at the consolidated level. Please do not trade based on a single data point in the market. You should have a matrix where every data point should give you an output, a view, and only if a view is more than the median, you should be able to trade in the market. Otherwise, do not be in a hurry to trade, because no trade itself is a very good trade in the market.